Hey folks, it's Diecastbuffet here again, and it's time for another NASCAR diecast review. And today's car we'll be reviewing is Kyle Larson's 2019 Credit One Bank Camaro ZL1. And this car right here, guys, is, well, it's a car that is eluding me. I've wanted a Credit One, Kyle Larson car all last year, and I kept looking for it. And of course, the only one they released, my store didn't get that wave. Like, my store got, like, Wave 5, Wave 9, Wave 10, 11, and 12. Well, I got, I think, Wave 6, I think. I think I got Wave 6, or at least some of it, from Target. But I was not able to get the 2018 version because those waves were just completely oblivious to my area, I guess. Or I just had really bad luck looking at the other stores. But anyways, so we got this car right here. It is a part of the 2019 Daytona 500 Special Edition Wave. Got your NASCAR series schedule here. Very cool car from first glance. You can tell it has like a matte kind of satin finish to it, which I like. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool touch to it. Beautiful car, I think. You know, it's something different. You can see, like, up here, you can see the satin finish. You can see where on the tire how it's got the gloss, but you can see here how the shine is not concentrated. It's kind of spread out, because you can see right here the shine's right there, but when it's kind of like a satin or a matte, you can see how the gloss is really kind of like spread out. Because like right here, you see that's from the plastic. But here, you can kind of see through that, and you can see how that's actually on the car itself. And that's a really easy way to tell what type of finish your die cast is in. And without further ado, let's get it out of the package. Here she is, guys. Kyle Larson's Camaro, out of the box, brand new. Oh my goodness. This car, definitely one I like. But we got something going on with the chassis here, guys. I don't know about y'all, but something ain't right here. Something is really not right here. I don't know, but something ain't right here. Like, that looks normal, but this, I don't know about y'all, but something ain't right here. I know right here we got a decal defect, I'll tell you that. You can see how, where the left front is, you can see how the decals kind of overlapped a little bit. I can not be able to poke it with my nail, but you can kind of see how it's supposed to be trimmed off. Like right there above my left thumbnail, you can kind of see how you see the groove of the fender well, and then you can kind of see how the decal is. Well, guess what? Look on this side, it's not like that. So the decals kind of overlap, but I feel like the suspension is like really rigid. Like, man, this thing's not budging. It's almost like I need to like strip this car just to fix the alignment on it, because it's like something is just, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna, if it rolls right or not. It rolls right. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It just feels really, really rigid and tense. I'm not used to that. Anywho, so this car it's different than last year's paint scheme. It's a lot more subtle, I think. It's one of those paint schemes that I just like. I just like. It's a good-looking paint scheme, you know? A good, I would call it a cobalt blue, you know? A good cobalt blue. You can kind of see a few accents of, like, a light blue around it. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see, like, right here above my left thumbnail. You can kind of see, like, a light blue, you know, light blue back here. I like that. That looks good. You know, it's a good accent color. And then the white. White goes with anything. I think that looks really good. And then the black background, the 42. Not a bad paint scheme at all. And I think one thing about this car that I love so much is that there's no, like, big background on the secondary sponsors. Like you see on Chase Elliott's Mountain Dew car, like right here. It has like the, or not Mountain Dew car, but like his Napa car, and it has like a big green box here with like the Mountain Dew logo. I hate that so much. Like, why can't they just put the Mountain Dew logo there without the green background? It looks so stupid. A big green square on a beautiful Napa car. It just looks stupid. But We don't see that on this car, and I really do like that, because like you can put your logo like DC Solar, even though their colors are similar to Credit One. They don't have to put a white bar here or a black bar. No, they just put it there. Simple. You see the product, it sells. Very cool looking paint scheme. I think it feels fast. It just got that kind of fast look to it, and it's Kyle Larson. I mean, he's one of the NASCAR's most talented drivers. And even Tony Stewart agrees on that one. Here's a really good angle of the kind of the satin kind of finish there. You can really see that. This one is not a gloss finish. It is on a satin finish. Really nice paint scheme. Really do like this. It's got like a simple kind of look to it. I like it. It's a good looking paint scheme. It's one that I'm very happy to have, because as of right now, before this video, the only Kyle Larson diecast I had, or excuse me, 2 diecasts I had, was his Darlington Throwback and his McDonald's paint scheme. Well, I never really had a true primary Kyle Larson paint scheme, and I have a primary Kyle Larson paint scheme. It's really cool, and seeing DC Solar on there is kind of funny, because DC Solar did just, basically go bankrupt, essentially. They're pretty much like all but dead at this point. So it's kind of funny to see how they got no money, but yet they're on a diecast. But really cool paint scheme. And to be dead honest with you guys, I'm not seeing defects. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not seeing any defects on this. Like, for real. But one thing I just noticed is that the entire trunk space is completely open. That's really weird to see an entire big piece of real estate right there just completely blank. I mean, you're talking about a top cup team. Chip Ganassi Racing. You're talking about Kyle Larson, a guy who's very marketable. And no sponsor there. That's really odd. I would expect they would at least put, Credit One there or something, or DC Solar. I think DC Solar would have been good there, but yeah, that's definitely odd. That's not Larson's fault, though. He doesn't get the sponsorship. He just does his thing and races. But really cool looking car. I like the black spoiler back here. That looks really good. Really cool looking paint scheme. Very cool. And honestly, I just don't see any defects of this car, guys. Like, I really don't. This is a very good thing for 2019 diecast, the second one I'll be reviewing, or at least of this recording, and there's no defects essentially. I mean, the only thing I see right here is like a slight decal kind of like hangover, like hangnail essentially, right above my left thumbnail. But that's it. That's really it. Other than that, this thing is, I mean, pretty much just flawless. It's really cool. It's I give props to Lionel when they are able to make diecasts like this that don't have defects, that just are straight up really good diecast and don't have all the hogwash messes you see on it. Oh, look at that. The Camaro logo is slightly bent or tilted. That's the only thing besides that decal hangnail that is wrong with this car. That is it. Like, that is legit it, guys. Wow. And maybe that is a little too far extended. That's it. I mean, in all honesty, this diecast is very good quality, and I really do enjoy it. I really do. I think this is a very good quality diecast, honestly. I'm very proud to have it. And it's a great add to the collection. Now, if you are, new to the channel, this is a card that will be running in the NASCAR Dress Cup Series this fall. This will be a full-time entry, unlike in Season 1, which I didn't have a Kyle Larson diecast until, like, the end portion of the season. This car will be full-time, and hopefully it's faster than his McDonald's car, because that thing was, that car sucked. Anyways, though, I think I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video. But before I do that, just go ahead and show the little card here. Xfinity schedule on one side, Cup Series and schedule on one side. pretty cool stuff, pretty cool stuff. Wish they could have done it on a hood, but hey, you know, I'd rather have them put the money and the materials into the diecast itself instead of a cheap knockoff. But I will admit though, looking at this car through the video, it looks so much darker than it does in real life. Because I said it was cobalt blue earlier, but actually looking at the car now, it reminds me of like, you know those like fruit gusher things, like the blue ones? It reminds me of that color. It's like a weird raspberry kind of blue kind of look. Kind of weird, like the candy raspberry blue, but it looks a lot better in person, I think. Anyways, that concludes today's video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, smash that subscribe button. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you have a great one, and Diecastbuffet signing off.